Thinking you're ready to take the plunge and commit yourself to being a music major, but not quite sure how to go about picking the right school for you? Well, stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel, Beanie Baby Bassoon. I'm Sabrina Stovall. So today's video, as you can tell by the thumbnail, is not really a bassoon-centric video. This is about picking a music school, and this is applicable to anybody who wants to major in music. So how should you go about picking that school? Step one is assessing your goal of what do you want. Is your goal to win a job in an orchestra? There's a certain culture and lifestyle that comes with achieving that goal. Is your goal to be an incredible teacher? There's a certain lifestyle that goes with becoming that. You get the idea. Once you've made that goal, I think you have to ask yourself, are you willing to live the lifestyle that is necessary to achieve that goal? If you can answer that first question honestly, that is already going to take all of your different kinds of schools and put them into certain categories for you. Number two, deciding whether to take auditions for conservatories, private schools, or state schools. I think the biggest difference amongst all of those schools is the type of culture you might encounter. I don't personally believe that any one is better than the other. They're just different. Also, you might assess if you were to change your mind down the road, does that particular institution still have something of value to offer you that you could parlay into another career? Number three, really do your homework for your primary teacher for your instrument. One thing you might take a look at is to see how that teacher's students are faring in the job market in the aftermath as alumni. Also, one thing that I find valuable is seeing how available a teacher stays to their students after they graduate. After all, as you're going through the process of getting your degree, you're transitioning from being a student to being a colleague. The other thing you want to assess with your primary teacher is the chemistry between you and that teacher. Make sure you take at least one lesson before taking your audition at that school. That chemistry is important because your studio teacher is the person you're going to spend the most amount of time with out of all of the faculty, because you're going to see them every week for 4 years of your life, maybe even 5. I think ensemble directors come in at a very close second with the amount of time that you spend with them over the entirety of your education. So make sure that you guys can really understand one another and communicate well. It's been really interesting to see what schools still make this available to their students, and that is the modality of learning. Do they have classes that are offered online? Do they have classes that are purely in person, or does a school offer a class that is a hybrid between the two? If that kind of flexibility is important to you, find out what those schools offer. The next thing I want to talk about is choosing a school that offers a variety of degrees or programs within the music industry. I think this could be really important for someone who is not 100% sure of exactly what they want to do in the field. So ask yourself, Does this school offer performance? Does it offer education? Does it offer music industries? Does it offer sound recording technology? Does it offer music therapy? There are so many kinds of programs, and also you'll find this gives you the opportunity to change your mind. Being in an institution where you have the buffet of programs, it's gonna make it a little easier for you to make the jump from one program to the other. The next thing I'm going to address is probably a little bit of a hot button topic. I do think it's important to address it. At this point, every university and music program has what we call a DEI statement. That stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. If that is something that is really important to you, I suggest you take a look at your programs and try to find out what kind of topics are being taught in their music history and music appreciation classes, what kind of materials are being used within the studios, what kind of repertoire is being programmed by large ensembles. Every university has one. It's up to you to do your homework and find out if those institutions are actually walking their talk. My final thoughts I want to leave you with is pick a school because you want to go to that school. One of my absolute favorite quotes by famed bassoon professor Ben Kamens is actually taken from The Zen and Art of Reed Making. It's a video that you can find right here on YouTube. He says, and I quote, "There are no guarantees in the world. You could go to law school. There's no guarantee you will do well. You might as well do something you really love, and you might as well give it a really good chance." And I want to say thank you to one of my subscribers who actually requested this topic. I could easily do a part 2. If you have interest in any other topics or the part 2, please drop it in the comments below or on my social media. As always, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you here for the next one. Bye!